With current owners of Tranmere Rovers firing their manager after a 1-0 defeat over the course of last weekend, and Tranmere being in a relegation battle, and with possible new owners ASAP Rocky after beating his court case, the takeover talks have re-spun up again after the court case has now been settled. With ASAP Rocky, him and an American lawyer are looking to retake over Tranmere Rovers. No better time to jump into here on FC25 and rebuild them. Let's get in there. Let's meet the squad of a horrible club that sit 22nd, 3 points off the drop at the time of recording this on March 3rd. And taking a deep dive into their team, you can see it's a bunch of low to low 60 overall players that are the best players. We have a 58 overall player at right wing. Their team on paper actually isn't that bad. Again, on paper, it's not that bad in terms of FC25 and stuff like that. But it is obviously bad in real life. It is horrific in real life. So we are going to come in here and try and rebuild them. And with ASAP Rocky coming to the club, we're going to go ahead and give them a 10 million financial takeover as well. Just 10 million. Between him and the lawyer that is also trying to partner up and join them, 5 million between each, or maybe just a little bit more from ASAP Rocky side of things and Rihanna and things like that. 10 million, it's feasible to put into the club. Now obviously they wouldn't put it straight into the transfer offer and just straight up 10 million, bam, here you can spend 10 million. That won't happen. That will never happen. It will happen here though today, and so we will have 10 million to spend and to rebuild the squad. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can find. Maybe bring in some Americans in the club. Bring in the American. Make it this club America, since the Americans are going to own it sooner rather than later. That could be a possibility as well. But first, we need to make some changes to this club because my God, is it awful. And seeing as we simulate everything, goalkeeper is obviously always number one choice. We are in the League 2. We are looking to win the Champions League within the next 7 seasons and win as many trophies as possible, even if that includes the BSM. We found our future goalkeeper, and his name is Zahola. So welcome to the club. 55 overall at the moment. However, we are going to go ahead and loan him out. Hopefully he can grow over the course of this season and then could be our number one goalkeeper come next season or even a season after that. But for now, Artem Zahola, welcome to the club. Or Zahola. The first American that we bring in, we go over to Texas in Austin City and bring in Owen Wolf, where his dad was a manager of this club since it started in Austin FC. He was absolutely awful, and his son, which was thought as just getting son privileges playing for the club, has actually been decent so far for the new manager. He is a possible option as well. He does have decent potential. Owen Wolf coming in 64 overall, the American, joining over in England, joining Tranmere Rovers, will be our new number one center defensive mid in this team. Owen Wolf, welcome to England. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers. The second American, and one that actually has decent potential for American standards, Jalen Neal, a center back, 66 overall, will join from MLS, but not an American team in MLS. Actually, a Canadian team in MLS, but he is American, playing for CF Montreal. Welcome to the club. You will join Owen Wolf. You will join ASAP Rocky and Rihanna, an American lawyer. Welcome to Tranmere, and welcome to the starting 11 of a center back of English football. And the last American and last player we sign of this little transfer window is bringing in a right mid / right winger, Cole Campbell, the best young prospect that we are going to go ahead and bring in this season. He comes into the squad. He will be our new right midfielder, joining from Borussia Dortmund, and Borussia Dortmund 2, where he actually spends most of his time at Borussia Dortmund 2 instead of Borussia Dortmund. Welcome to the club. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers. 67 overall, the highest of the bunch, one of the highest overall in League 2 itself. Welcome to the club. And at the end of the first season, Tranmere Rovers do a hell of a lot better than what they did in real life. We managed a mid-table finish, surviving relegation by nearly 20 points, by 15 points to be exact. We missed out on playoffs by only 4 points, from all the way from 6th down to 13th. And in fact, actually, it technically goes down to 7th, doesn't it? So we missed out on playoff by 3 points, if you really want to count it, with a goal difference of -3. It was always going to be a tough fixture to do, but let's go and look at our players, see how they did in the first season at the club. Our top goal scorer was Jennings with 15 goals, 33 years old. He started at 62 overall. He's now 58. Campbell had 14 goals. Hawks had 9 goals. Davidson had 8 goals. So I think striker is definitely an option or a look at for next season. How much did Zahola grow by? He's up to 59 overall of year 1 of a 2-year loan with Notts County, so we'll see him grow next year as well. 6'0". He has potential of 80. Dynamic potential is definitely going to help out with him later down the line. Let's get to season 2 where we can spend some more money, bring in some more Americans possibly, and definitely look at to fill up a striker and make this team a little bit stronger. And we start the second season off by bringing in Charlie McNeil. I was going to look for an American striker. I went in for an American striker. He didn't want 10K wages. So, yeah, Charlie McNeil is technically a better option anyway. Younger and high overall already. 65 coming in from Coventry. Welcome to Salford. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers. You'll be our new #1 striker. And we go ahead and bring in a Cam as we switch formations to a 4-2-1-3. We go ahead and bring in Siskas, an American from San Jose Earthquakes, to Zacharias for $2.95 million. And by 2 goals is the difference between us and AFC Wimbledon of getting automatically promoted up to League One. We equalized on 75 points between Bradford City, Tranmere Rovers, and AFC Wimbledon. No points in it at all. Wimbledon, they get out and they go into the playoffs by 2 goals and 3 goals to Bradford City. Really, absolutely absurd. We'll take it. We're promoted up to League One. Top goal scorer is a new man in Charlie McNeil. 67 overall now. 17 goals. Hawks had 14 goals. Cole Campbell, who's up to 71 overall in League 2, now League 1. 11 goals for him. What's Owen Wolf? Owen Wolf isn't really growing too much. Neal is up to 69 overall. That is like to see. Zahola is up to 64 overall. That's exactly what I wanted him to be. He'll come in next season and be our new #1 goalkeeper, as McGee is 63 overall and 30 years old. Zahola is our new #1. Let's get to the second to the third season in League 1. We're on the rise. And we start the new season by making the club 1 more player American. We bring in an American free agent as center back to pair alongside Mr. Neal. Welcome to the club. Honestly, I forgot your name. I think it's something Adams. Charlie Adams, Ethan Adams. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers for free. An American added to the team, 69 overall center back. And we say hello to a new CDM to pair along Owen Wolf. Osorio, an Argentina free agent. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers. Welcome to our first season in League 1. And our last signing of the summer window is bringing in Sam Vise, an American left back from Colorado Rapids out of the MLS. Welcome to the club. And welcome to our League 1 debut. And at the end of our first season in League 1, we finished mid-table, which is completely fine. Some teams actually haven't even played their last game of the season because, of course, it's not on the final day of the season, because why would it be? Huddersfield and Rotherham are the 2 going up, definitely. Actually, maybe not. QPR could go up as well, and hell, even Derby County could go up. So it's not completely done yet, but as far as we know, we're not getting promoted, we're not getting relegated, so our season is over at this point anyway. Our top goal scorer is McNeil, of course, with 22 goals. He's now up to 71 overall, plus 3 in 1 day. Campbell had 12 goals and 10 assists. Hawks had 9 goals, 4 assists. Tsarkas had 6 goals and 2 assists. Interested in to see how Zahola did. He did not even play too much. It was still Luke McGee who played the most, but Atom Zahola is now up to 66 overall, which is we love to see. He should get the starting spot next season. I'll make sure he get the starting spot because if anything, I'll just go ahead and release this guy. Release him now. Bam, boom. He's out the club. And Zahola is our new #1 goalkeeper. Thomas Beelin, 78 overall center back coming into the squad here to help us out for this season on loan. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers. We finished 15th in the league. On to the next season. I'm not talking about this season at all. Well, this actually has never actually happened to me on here. I've been given youth players when I don't have enough players added to the squad, but usually there's 60 overall, and I'm assuming this is a glitch, but I'm gonna take it. Jansen, 80 overall. Welcome to the club. Didn't have to do anything, just sent him to the next season, and he was there. So he is in the starting lineup. We did go ahead and bring in Mr. Leo Sauer in on loan. We did go ahead and bring in a new striker in Carrillo as a free agent, so he'll be our new #1 striker. Ramos is going to have to be actually no, Carvajal we brought in as well. I forgot we brought in Carvajal as a free agent as well. The only downside to this team is Zahola, but he shall grow. He will grow. He'll continue to grow. That's about that, and everything else is the bench, and that's why we've gotten so many just youth-generated players in the squad. I did bring in all these guys as youth-generated players, though. It was Kovalenko and then it was Hansen out of all of them that was there. I think if we were to improve on this, it would be Neal, Wolf, and Zahola or even Vines. But we'll see him to the end of the season, see where the boys are, see where Jansen is. Might be able to cash in on him next season as well. I'll see y'all there. And we finished this season in 4th, which means we have a playoff battle. And we was actually only off the top 2 by 5 points. And Huddersfield win the league off of goal difference itself. So we have a matchup versus Bolton in the playoffs, who finished on 81 points. And then the winner of that will take on Portsmouth or Bristol Rovers. And in the first leg of the semifinals, we go ahead and win 1-0 Carrillo on the score sheet. In the second leg, Bolton win on penalties. They win the day on 2-1. They win on penalties. Sauer and Campbell. We're back in League One next season. Now, while last season we got given a youth prospect that was actually very decent, this time we find one a hell of a lot better on the free agent markets. I want to get out of League One. I know this is unrealistic. I know this type of caliber of a player would never join Tranmere Rovers and more than likely anyone in League One unless it was someone like Man City or something like that. But an 88 overall center back is coming to Tranmere Rovers, is coming to League One, and will be with us for hopefully the rest of this rebuild, and will be here to win a Champions League trophy with this club. ASAP Rocky can pull some miracle things off, and he's doing it with this one. 88 overall Baker coming to the club. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers. Eden Morris joins on loan from Middlesbrough here at Tranmere Rovers. He'll take a step down in the division to help out ASAP Rocky and his fellow Americans get out of this league once and for all. And with 104 points, Tranmere Rovers are up to the championship. Top goal scorer is Carrillo, who's actually now up to 80 overall, 35 goals. Campbell had 28. Jacobson had 23. Aiden Morris had 11 as a CDM. Maybe we could snatch him up, seeing as we're going to be in the same level. New season, let's get to it. And we bring in a load of free agents to kick off our championship campaign. We bring in Matt Doms. We also bring in Simon Adam, Danny Mendez, Peter Knowles, Mr. Chindu Onos, and the best of the lot, Hassan Ali. Welcome to the club. Welcome to Tranmere Rovers. Back-to-back promotions. In our first season in championship, we scrape it into the playoff by 1 point. We will be taking on Norwich, who missed out on the top 2 by 1 point. And in fact, we actually already had the first leg get simmed as I was simming towards the end of the season. We won the first leg 1-0. So there's a chance we get promoted up to the Premier League in back-to-back seasons. Absolutely absurd. And in the second leg, Tranmere win. Mendes and Carrillo 2-1, 3-1 on aggregate. We are in the finals of the promotion playoffs. And in the final at Wembley against Swansea City, Tranmere Rovers in extra time get the job done. Carrillo and Ali in extra time, where Dom scored in the 26th minute after we went down 2 minutes in behind. Back-to-back promotions. We are Premier League bound. Don't know if that's a good thing, though, to be honest. The first signing of our Premier League journey is Ibrahim Maza. Welcome to the club. You will be our new #1 cam. Vamos. We bring Serginho Dest, the American left back, on loan from Toulouse for 12 months. He's older, so only a loan deal. Don't want to spend my money on him, but he will definitely help out this squad a lot in our first season of Premier League football. In our first season of Premier League football, we sit 14th. Tottenham are relegated down to the Championship. Wow. So we say goodbye to Tottenham. We stay in the Premier League. Who won it? Just out of example, Liverpool, Newcastle in second. Let's move on to a new season where I believe these free agent signings are about to get a lot crazier. Back-to-back seasons in 14th. We are really only, oh, never mind, we're about 20 points up top 6. A lot of work to do in the next season. I think Zahola, he's actually up to 82. I was going to say he might have to go, but he's doing decently there. Ali has 20 goals. Howie has 18. Doms has 10. Mazza has 5. Carver has 4. Oh. Let's get into the next season and see what the boys can do. Ethan Waneri comes in on loan. He won't be a right winger, though. He will be a cam for us. I'm going to transition to a cam. He'll be a cam this season on loan. The slowest progress in history of man. We sit 13th this season in the Premier League, 50 points. But we sit above Manchester United and Arsenal, so there is that. We are also 5 points off top 6, 7 points off top 5, 10 points off top 4. Bournemouth are sitting 3rd in the Premier League. Manchester City of your course winners. Next season, it's time to go all out because this might be the longest rebuild in history. And we found a striker, Mr. Lewandowski, regen. Welcome to the club. He'll come in 86 overall, I believe, from Borussia Dortmund. In fact, actually, no, is this? This might not be the Lewandowski regen. This could be the Ronaldo regen. I don't know which one I went after. I went after either Ronaldo or Lewandowski's. They're both on my short list. I think I failed with Ronaldo, and I think this is Lewandowski. Bardos, no, this is Ronaldo. This is 100% Ronaldo's regen. So Ronaldo's regen coming in from Borussia Dortmund. Welcome in for 80 million. And Ethan Waneri comes in on a permanent deal. We're going to swap one of our cams plus 14 million in cash. And Ethan Waneri is now a Tranmere Rovers player. Oh my lord. We nearly win the league. We miss out on the league title by 2 points. We signed 2 players. And we go from 13th to 2nd. That is absolutely insane. Zaho is up to 85 overall, 13 clean sheets. Absolutely insane. Top goal scorer, Bardos with 25 goals. Ali had 16. He's up to 90 overall. Doms had 14 goals. It's Premier League football up next. Not Premier League, Champions League football up next. The first signing we make of this summer window is bringing in a center defense midfield to strengthen our midfield. 86 overall. Believe this is Party's regen coming in from Liverpool. Welcome to the squad, Amos. And with a bunch of free agent signings just to fill out squad depth, we are ready to go in our first season of Champions League football. Hopefully it's the one and only Champions League football season we have to go. I'll see y'all at the end of January, where hopefully this team that is full with a bunch of 80 plus overalls. We only have one player underneath 85, and in fact that's not even true anymore because Kava is no longer in the starting 11. It is almost so all 85 and above, with the goalkeeper and our left winger being the lowest overall in this squad. Hopefully we can make a strong Champions League debut. Halfway through the season, we currently sit 4th in the Premier League, 9 points off top, in which Bournemouth are currently sitting in 2nd. As far as the Champions League go, we actually top the league phase, which is outstanding. Means we get to skip out the top, or get to skip out of the playoff round here with some of these teams. It's going to be glitchy, so I'm not going to show you that. So I will see y'all at the beginning of March when we have the Champions League round of 16 action. The round of 16, PSG, Bayern Munich, Monaco, Tranmere Rovers, Torino, Genk, Inter Milan, and Chelsea. Not going to show you the screen because it's going to start glitching like that. Man City versus Fenerbahce, Barcelona versus Leverkusen, Villarreal versus AC Milan, and Napoli versus Atletico Madrid. First leg up here against Monaco. Can we get the win over the line with a very strong team here? And the answer is yes, a 2-1 win. Bartos scoring the 86th minute gives us a 1-goal edge going back home to England for the second leg. Second leg here against AS Monaco. We're up 2-1, and we do another 2-1 there as well. Doms and Nwaneri on the score sheet. A 4-2 aggregate win. We are into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Quarterfinals of the Champions League, Inter Milan versus Man City, Leverkusen versus Tranmere Rovers, AC Milan versus Genk, Atletico Madrid versus Bayern Munich. And first leg here against Bayer Leverkusen, away from home again for the first leg. We go ahead and quick sim a 3-1 win. Doms, Bartos, and Doms scoring in the first minute and in the 78th. A 3-1 win for the boys here. Second leg here of the Champions League quarterfinals. We're up 3-1. A boring 0-0. It sees us go through. And we are through on aggregate 3-1 from the first leg. That was all they had to do. Manchester City are through 2-1. Genk are through against AC Milan 4-2 on aggregate. And Bayern Munich take care of business against Atletico Madrid. Give me Genk in the semifinals. There's no way they can outdo our squad. Give us Genk. Semi-finals, they give us Manchester City, where Bayern Munich get Genk, and they already won the first leg 2-1. As far as are concerned, Man City are in third at the moment. We're actually still fighting for top four. Liverpool are throwing away the league here to West Ham and possibly even Manchester City. What I did see earlier was that Arsenal was absolutely struggling, and they are on the relegation block as well. They could definitely get relegated this season. But it's Tranmere Rovers versus Manchester City. First leg at home. We're staying in England for both legs anyway, so it don't matter too much. But a 2-2 draw at home. Ollie with the brace as Kamavinga picks up a goal as well as a late equalizer for them. 2-2 going to the Etihad. And just to give this game a little bit more context, obviously they are sitting in the top two now. They're fighting for their league with Liverpool. They also did just knock us out of the FA Cup as well before the first leg happened. They beat us 3-2, so they knocked us out of the FA Cup. So a little bit of a grudge match kind of instantly for the boys here at Tranmere. It's a second leg. We're not up. We're tied 2-2. We are through, though. A noble 88-minute equalizer to send it to extra time. And then Doms in the 101st minute goes ahead and sends us through to the final of the Champions League 4-3 on aggregate. Rodgers is going to miss out, though. Don't know what position Rodgers is playing. Rodgers is looking like a left back or right back there, so we're going to have no right back or left back or proper right back. As Holland scored in the 12th minute, Rodgers getting his first yellow in the 21st, getting a second in the 80th. Noble down to 10 men, scoring in the 88th, and then Doms sending us to the Champions League final. Probably against Bayern Munich if I had to guess. There's no way Genk can overdo what Bayern Munich did. Second leg hasn't been played yet, but there's no way. Well, we're in the Champions League final. That's all that matters to us. It don't matter who we play because it's going to be one hell of a harder game. Not really. It'll be a lot easier if we play Genk than if we play Bayern. And before we see who we get in the the Champions League final, let's look at the standings and stats of all the other events. So Liverpool do go ahead and hold on and win the league. It looks like Manchester City bottled the race, losing out after that because they were 73 points. Yeah, there was 3 points behind them. We finish in second with 72 points. West Ham wrap up the top four. Chelsea get fifth, tied on points with Newcastle, bettering them by 7 goals. So Newcastle gets 6. Did Arsenal survive relegation? Yes, they did. They bounced back beautifully. They beautifully in the sense that they were fighting relegation with 5 games left to go. They sit in 14th, and in fact, Manchester United did worse, and they survived relegation by 4 points. Leicester, Everton, and Burnley are going down. The only unrealistic one there is Everton because They always seem to never get relegated. The Carabao Cup winners, or that's actually the FA Cup. FA Cup winners go to Manchester City. Of course, we lost to them in the semis. The Carabao Cup winners here goes to Leicester City, a team that just got relegated. Will be playing European football next season as they beat Arsenal 3-1 on penalties. The Super Cup we don't care about. The Europa League, the winner goes to Real Sociedad. The Conference League, the winner goes to Lille. The European Championship, we don't care about. The Champions League final, it's Tranmere Rovers versus Genk. What a final this is. So, in fact, Genk wins 2-1 on the day, and then they win 3-1 on penalties against Bayern Munich. So we could have had a Tranmere Rovers versus Bayern Munich final. Hell, there could have been a Bayern Munich versus Manchester City final, but instead we get Tranmere Rovers versus KRC Genk in the Champions League final. What in the heck is this simulation? There is the trophy the boys will be fighting for here in Germany. We're, of course, at the Schalke Stadium. If it's not a real-life stadium, or if it's not Wembley like it is in real life, or Munich like it is in real life, it's Schalke for majority of the time. They seem to be the host of the Champions League final here. It's Tranmere Rovers versus KRC Genk. Let's see who comes out on top. 1 game, 12th season rebuild. 1 game to win the trophy, 1 chance to win the trophy. Will they succeed on the first chance, or will we end the rebuild as failures of winning Champions League, even though this is not a failure of a rebuild because we got a League 2 team fighting relegation all the way up to fighting for Premier League titles, fighting for Champions League titles in about a 12-year span, which is not bad at all. Just out of curiosity, I want to see the ratings of these players for Genk. So we have a 78 rated striker, 78 rated cam, 82 rated left mid, a 78 rated right mid, a 83 rated CDM, a 81 rated CDM, a 77 center or left back, 76 and 77 center backs, 73 right back, and a 77 overall goalkeeper. Wow. An average team at best. If we don't wipe the floor with these lot, it's an embarrassment. I would call it a failed rebuild. Ollie into Bartos, and Tranmere within the first 6 minutes open up the scoring here. 1-0. There, Ollie into Simas, and Simas, they equalize 4 minutes later. We have a game ourselves here. 1-1, getting Troy level. Bartos, 10 minutes later, we take the lead back. Tranmere Rovers 2, Genk 0. Waneri, makeshift cam, Vermeeren, Arthur Vermeeren, Bartos into Doms, and Doms makes it 3-1, and we double our goal here, or double our lead here. Tranmere Rovers 3, Genk 1. This is what I expected. Rodriguez, Ollie, trying to crawl one back right before the break if it's possible. It's unlikely, to be completely honest, but anything is possible. It's Rodriguez. Past the 2-minute mark here. Costa, Ali, Watson. And it's great through ball in for Simas, straight as Alhola, and that will be halftime. 3-1 up at the break. Arthur Vermeeren, Ollie in the box, the Salah regen, the Salah pre-gen. He puts it into the roof of the net, and that ball looks like it's outside of the net. A great finish, a great strike. If the game wasn't already over, it's sure as hell over now. 4-1 for Tranmere Rovers. Simas now. Simas, he scored the first. He'll score the second for Genk. Don't know why he's celebrating, but he should probably go run and get the ball. Ollie, Bartos, save. The rebound is going to go in. It's an unfortunate own goal to end the Champions League final. 5-2 for Tranmere Rovers. And that is game over. That is the Champions League over. Tranmere Rovers are your Champions League winners. It took us 12 years to rebuild this squad, but finally at last, we are your Champions League winner. Cristiano Ronaldo reached and bought us with a hat trick, a 20-minute hat trick, in fact, at that. Tranmere Rovers, Champions League winner. Champions League winners, Tranmere Rovers. Carvajal, the captain, the man has been here for probably the longest in all honesty. I guess it's a whole you could count, but Carvajal is definitely up there as well. We are your Champions League winner. If you did enjoy this rebuild, I know it was probably a long one because, well, it was 12 seasons long, so there's no way in hell it's not at least a 30, 40-minute plus video. Leave it in the comments what club you want me to rebuild next, what information you want to know about a club before rebuilding them, and all that. Until then, leave a like and subscribe, and next week, hopefully I'll have a top 10 career mode ideas videos where Tranmere Rovers will definitely be in it. Until then, peace out.